October 16, 1951, 4:30 in the afternoon, Rawalpindi, Pakistan. 100,000 people had gathered at Company Bog to hear their Prime Minister speak. Liaquat Ali Khan stepped onto the stage. He leaned into the microphone. He spoke the words, Baradrane Millet, Brothers of the Nation. 2 shots rang out. He fell. The assassin was dead within seconds, shot by security before he could say a single word. The chief investigator assigned to solve the case died shortly after in a mysterious plane crash. The official inquiry found not 1, but 3 conspiracies behind the murder. They revealed only 1. 74 years later, not a single person has been convicted. This is the file they buried. Declassified Pakistan, Episode 2.
To understand why Liaquat Ali Khan was killed, you must first understand who he was. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah himself called Liaquat Ali Khan his right hand. When Pakistan was born in 1947, Jinnah became Governor General, the symbolic head of the new nation. Liaquat Ali Khan became Prime Minister, the man who actually ran the country. He was not born into power. He was educated in Oxford. He was sharp, articulate, and deeply committed to the idea of a sovereign, independent Pakistan. Not just independent from Britain, but independent from everyone. He refused to let wheat flour prices rise. He cracked down on hoarding. He spoke directly to ordinary Pakistanis, not in the language of feudals and elites, but in the language of the street. He was popular, and popularity in the world of Cold War politics is a dangerous thing. Because Liaquat Ali Khan had a vision that was making very powerful people extremely uncomfortable. He believed Pakistan should chart its own course, aligned with no superpower, beholden to no foreign agenda. In 1951, that idea was considered revolutionary, and revolutionary leaders have a habit of
The day of
dying
the
young.
assassination began like any other public gathering. Company Bog, today known as Liaquat Bog, was packed with 100,000 people. Security was present, officials were present, journalists were present. Liaquat Ali Khan stepped to the microphone. He began his address. And then, 2 shots, fired in rapid succession from a .22 caliber pistol. The first eyewitness account came from Mr. James Hardy, the British Deputy Commissioner of Rawalpindi, who was present on the stage. He later testified, "The moment Mr. Liaquat Ali Khan said the words Baradrane Millet, 2 pistol shots were fired in rapid succession, and I saw the premier falling on the dais. I at once rushed to him." Hardy bent down and asked the wounded Prime Minister if he had been hit. Liaquat Ali Khan replied, in English, that he felt pain on the left side of his back. 12 seconds later, another volley of shots. When they opened his ochkin, they found a patch of blood below his heart. Pakistan's first Prime Minister was dead within hours. And the assassin, a man named Syed Akbar, was shot dead on the spot by security forces. Before he could say a single word, before he could be questioned, before he could reveal who sent him. The most important witness in Pakistan's history, silenced
Who
in
was
seconds.
Syed Akbar? This is where the mystery deepens. Syed Akbar was not a Pakistani citizen. He was a foreigner, a fugitive. He had no known political affiliation, no clear motive, no record of extremist activity. His 11-year-old son, Dilawar Khan, was sitting in the crowd in front of him that day. When the shots rang out, the boy turned around to ask his father what happened and saw the chaos erupting around him. He ran away in fear, leaving his shoes behind. A child brought to watch his father commit the most consequential assassination in Pakistan's history. Why? The official investigation had no prior intelligence, no leads, no warnings. The police had received no reports of any threat against the Prime Minister's life. Which raises the question every investigator eventually had to ask. How did a foreign fugitive with no known political connections get close enough to Pakistan's Prime Minister to shoot him twice in the chest
in a public gathering, with security present. Someone let him in. Someone gave him the gun. Someone silenced him before he could talk.
10
But
days
who?
after the assassination, the government appointed a commission of inquiry. It was headed by federal court judge Justice Mohammed Munir and comprised Punjab Finance Commissioner Akhtar Hussain. They investigated for months. They examined eyewitnesses, they reviewed evidence, and they reached a stunning conclusion. There were not one, but 3 separate conspiracies behind the assassination of Liaquat Ali Khan. 3. But the commission revealed only one, the conspiracy directly connected to Syed Akbar. The other 2? The report stated, and I am reading directly from the official document, that their disclosure was not in the national interest. Not in the national interest. Think about what that means. Someone, or multiple someones, had conspired to kill Pakistan's prime minister. The official investigation found them, and then buried the findings, because revealing the truth was considered more dangerous than hiding it. In the 74 years since, not a single person connected to those 2 hidden conspiracies has ever been named, charged, or convicted. Pakistan's first prime minister was assassinated, and officially,
Now,
nobody did
here
it.
is the detail that changes everything. On the day of the assassination, before the news had officially spread, before television, before mobile phones, before live transmission of any kind, the American ambassador in Karachi called Liaquat Ali Khan's wife, Rana Liaquat Ali Khan, to offer his condolences. 3.5 minutes before the Governor General of Pakistan, Khwaja Nazimuddin, managed to make the same call. This is documented fact. The Governor General, who was the first official to be informed by Rawalpindi authorities, had not yet made his call, but the American ambassador had. How? In an era of no mobile phones, no live news broadcasts, no instant communication, how did the American ambassador know that Pakistan's prime minister was dead before Pakistan's own Governor General found out? A declassified telegram from the U.S. State Department, sent by the American Embassy in New Delhi on October 30th, 1951, summarized an article from an Urdu newspaper in Bhopal that raised exactly this question. The Americans knew about this accusation. They documented it. And they
To
said
understand
nothing.
why America might have wanted Liaquat Ali Khan removed, you need to understand the world in 1951. 3 issues were at the center of U.S.-Pakistan tensions: oil, Iran, and air bases. In 1951, Iranian Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh had nationalized Iran's oil industry, cutting out British and American oil companies. America and Britain were furious. They needed allies in the region to pressure Iran and protect their oil interests. They wanted Pakistan to take their side. Liaquat Ali Khan refused. He believed in Pakistani sovereignty. He would not let Pakistan become a pawn in someone else's oil war. The second issue? Air bases. America desperately wanted military air bases in Pakistan to monitor Soviet activity in Central Asia. Liaquat Ali Khan was negotiating, but he was driving a hard bargain. He wanted something in return. He would not simply hand over Pakistani soil. And the third issue? Liaquat Ali Khan had actually visited the Soviet Union before visiting the United States. In Cold War politics, that was a declaration. A Pakistani prime minister who would not give America its bases, would not support its oil agenda, and was visiting Moscow, was not a Pakistani prime minister America could work with. 2 years after Liaquat's death, his successor signed the very agreements Liaquat had refused. Pakistan gave America its air bases. Pakistan joined America's anti-Soviet alliances. Everything Liaquat Ali Khan had fought to prevent happened the moment
There
he
is
was
one
gone.
more piece of this story that history books rarely mention. The chief investigative officer assigned to solve Liaquat Ali Khan's assassination died in a plane crash. His aircraft developed a malfunction mid-flight. It was destroyed. The man who knew more about the conspiracy than anyone else in Pakistan? Gone. Was it an accident?
Perhaps. But consider the pattern. The assassin killed before he could speak. 2 of 3 conspiracies buried by the official commission. The chief investigator dead in a plane crash. In Pakistan's history, this pattern would repeat itself. Zia-ul-Haq, killed in a plane crash in 1988, along with the American ambassador, along with the CIA station chief. Pakistan has a long history of inconvenient people dying in convenient
It is
accidents.
impossible to know what Pakistan might have become under Liaquat Ali Khan, but we can look at what he stood for and imagine. He believed in civilian supremacy over the military. He believed in an independent foreign policy. He refused to align Pakistan with any superpower. He spoke to ordinary Pakistanis about their bread, their flour, their dignity. After his death, within 2 years, Pakistan joined American military alliances. The military began to accumulate power. The democratic institutions he was building began to crumble. By 1958, just 7 years after his assassination, Pakistan had its first military coup. The foundations Liaquat Ali Khan was building were dismantled piece by piece after October 16, 1951. With his death, something fundamental changed in Pakistan. Not just a prime minister died that day. A direction died. A possibility died. And 74 years later, Pakistan is still paying the price. 74 years. No conviction, no official explanation for the American ambassador's phone call. 2 conspiracies officially buried. A chief investigator dead. An assassin silenced before he could speak. The question that every Pakistani should be asking is not just who killed Liaquat Ali Khan. The question is, why does the answer still scare someone enough to keep it hidden 74 years later? The Commission of Inquiry said the full truth was not in the national interest. But whose national interest? Pakistan's or someone else's? Company Bog was renamed Liaquat Bog in honor of the slain prime minister. His name is on the park. His face is on textbooks. His speeches are studied in schools. But the truth of his death remains classified in a file that nobody has opened yet. This was episode 2 of Declassified Pakistan. Next week, we open another file, the file of Karachi, the city that was once richer than Singapore, more modern than Seoul, more cosmopolitan than Dubai. What happened to it is a story of deliberate destruction. Subscribe. The next file drops in 7 days.